Shalom, my brothers and sisters. Shalom. I pray that these messages find you in good health. I pray that you are continually encouraged to pursue righteousness, to improve in worship and obedience to Almighty Yahuwah, our Father, our Creator. I pray that you grow to know the voice of His set-apart Spirit sent in Yahusha's name, and that you're able to discern and understand what must be done in these coming days. This is day by day reflections and thoughts to Yashar'al, Nation of Believers. My name is Symmanayah, and if you are tuning in for the first time, you will grow to know that all those who seek to worship and obey, yes, all nations, all people who seek to worship and obey Almighty Yahuwah and accept Yahusha as our Mashiach, our Messiah, it is to you whom these messages are addressed. It is you who I consider my brothers, my sisters, my family. With that said, in this segment, I want to address Yashar'al's gathering adjustments. Gathering adjustments. Today is October 18th. Differences among the body of one. Who is ready to adapt to the merging of differences? My brothers and sisters, soon we will face some of the most challenging times of our lives. Many of us by now have come to know that I believe we are in the last days and end times have arrived. And there is much work to be done. Given all that we have read or come to know or expect to be true, can we honestly come to agree that there are many details that must come to be fulfilled in scriptures in the coming days? I want us to think about preparing for adjustments to change regarding the coming together of a body of one in Yahusha. Let me present some scriptures before going into this segment's topic more. Romans 12:4, 5, and 6 reads, "For as we have many members in one body, but all members do not have the same function, so we, the many, are one body in Messiah, and members each one of one another." 12:6 reads, "Now having different gifts according to the favor which was given to us, let us use them accordingly, if prophecy according to the proportion of belief." I want to skip to a similar chapter in a different book, 1 Corinthians 12, chapter, verse 5 through 18. Well, 5 through 14, then I want to skip to 18 of 1 Corinthians. Now, yes, there are those who want to stall and pause and argue and debate whether Shaul's writing is a book or a letter. I submit to you, my brothers and sisters, consider the seed of the matter. They are writings inspired by the Most High Father, and they communicate a message of His choosing. So whether we want to get hung up and spend time on what the Hebrew said or whether it should be a letter or a book, pray on that, my brothers and sisters. Pray earnestly whether that is an issue or not. What I say to you is examine these words and ask yourselves, do these words appear to be true? If they are indeed true, whether they came from a book or a letter, if they are true, they originated from the Most High Father, Yahuwah, and they are made alive to us by Yahusha our Mashiach. With that said, 1 Corinthians 12:5, there are different kinds of service, but the same master. There are different kinds of workings, but it is the same Elohim who is working all in all. And to teach each one is given the manifestation of the Spirit for profiting. For to one is given a word of wisdom through the Spirit, and to another a word of knowledge according to the same Spirit, and to another belief of the same Spirit, and to another gifts of healing by the same Spirit, and to another operations of powers, and to another prophecy, and to another discerning of spirits, and to another kinds of tongues, and to another interpretation of tongues. But one and the same Spirit works all these, distributing to each one individually as He intends. For as the body is one and has many members, but all the members of that one body, being many, are one body, so also is the Messiah. For indeed, by one Spirit we are all immersed into one body, whether Yehudim or Greeks, Whether slaves or free, we are all made to drink into one spirit. For indeed the body is not one member, but many. Now I submit to you 1 Corinthians 12:18. Now I want to pause for a minute. For many, when you read 12:13, some people take this by the letter and think that it's not important that Hebrews, Arbory are identified. That is far from the truth. Throughout Scripture we read of one major group that was cursed and scattered. That is the Hebrews. And the rest of the nations go on with business as usual, with the exception of those who seek to worship and obey. And so the Father will not leave just one race that he created abandoned. He restored Hebrews or Arbory into fellowship through Yahusha. And through that restoration, we assumed our position as it was in the beginning when we were his first chosen. He restored us into fellowship, and he made the banner of Yashar'al of all believers who seek to worship and obey him, who accept Yahusha as Mashiach. That banner of nations is under the name Yashar'al. Pray that you're able to receive this, my brothers and sisters. For we who were once scattered are brought back and will be brought back together again. We who were scattered have received restoration and fellowship. Those who represent other nations are grafted in, and we are grafted together as one. 1 Corinthians 12:18, I want to skip to that. By now Elohim has set the members, each one of them in the body, even as he pleased. Ephesians 4:16 reads similar. From whom the entire body joined and knit together by what every joint supplies, according to the workings by which each part does its share, causes growth of the body for the building up of itself in love. Think about this, my brothers and sisters, as Yashar'al is being prepared to be gathered from the four corners of the earth. End times will present many challenges, situations for which I have described in previous recordings. Who is it that will be able to orchestrate and order precise steps to bring such a mixed and diverse group of people into one camp? I am referencing a diverse group, but with one and the same goal, that have the same goal, and that is to worship and obey Almighty Yahuwah and accept Yahusha as Mashiach as Messiah. I submit to you, Yahuwah is his name, and through his set-apart spirit sent in Yahusha's name, we will assemble, O Yashar'al, pray and watch. If we consider the magnitude of what must be done, it should make it understandable why we must endure the coming conditions that I am compelled to label as humbling events. Yes, to the unbelieving and rebellious, the coming conditions that will result from famine, food shortages, drought, fresh water shortages, pestilence, and disease will be something to fear greatly. For yes, chaos and violence, civil unrest, and government collapse will be in the wake of such conditions. There will be those who will dismiss it as the hand of the Almighty Yahuwah's wrath until that great day of judgment. And there will be those of us who realize our Father is fulfilling, will fulfill, has fulfilled, and will continue to fulfill his words, his promises to us, O Yashar'al. As for you, my brothers and sisters, we have much work to be done between now and the return of our Mashiach. Think on these challenging conditions in addition to what I've already presented earlier in Yashar'al Remnant Prep 1 and 2. Think on these challenges as well. Race and languages. There will be differences to contend with in various races in the languages that are spoken. Location. As we come closer together, we will witness the ultimate in adjustments and adopting to a diverse group becoming united as one under Mashiach Yahusha. Think about cultural habits. Did you know there are different cultural habits that will come together that are not contrary to scriptures, but those that are and will But those that are contrary to scriptures will be purged from individuals pursuing true worship and obedience. Think about the different classes that will come together according to man. Classes. Many will face adjustments, adjusting to people of different income means in or who are or have been without incomes in or wealth. Think about the difference in education levels. There will be many of us who will meet people with different characteristics, from speaking to eating habits, along with knowledge base regarding many important things necessary for the structuring and the order and discipline that will and must occur. Yes, differences, adjustments to be made. Think about environmental situations. There are people with different environmental conditions. Some who are living in plush wealth, to those who are living homeless and on the street, to those who have been incarcerated but forgiven, to those who are lost but saved. Environmental conditions will yield different attitudes, different behaviors of what many have been accustomed to. This and these will also make up adjustments to be made. Gathered as one, there will be sacrifices of all types made regarding lifestyles and many, many other things to shape Yashar'al as one. But it will be done, my brothers and sisters. It will be accomplished, successful, and it is the Spirit of Yahusha, the set-apart Spirit that Almighty Yahuwah sent in Yahusha's name, that will make it so. There are many details to consider. Please pray, my brothers and sisters. For some, this message is designed to work, while others, these words may be foreign language. It's like that saying, if the shoe fits, wear it. Meaning, if you find these words to be of importance, it's for a reason. Pray and watch, my brothers and sisters. There is much work to be done. Who will establish a mind, body, and soul to respond with a ready mind? Respond and obey the living guidance of the Most High Father, Yahuwah, through a set-apart Spirit sent in Yahusha's name. Who will establish that ready mind? Who will represent the chosen and called of Almighty Yahuwah to lead and guide Yashar'al in these adjustment times, in these humbling events? Remember, it is the plan of the Most High Father Yahuwah, and he will not be asking our permission to bring his plan to pass. I encourage each of us to examine previous recordings, especially the ones entitled Yashar'al's Gathering, Remnant Prep 1 and 2. These are some critical words presented. It is a critical message for those who believe that Yashar'al will be gathered. I'm aware that I have spoken on these matters in previous recordings, but remember, a beacon, a warning, can be redundant and repetitive until its purpose is no longer needed. I'm quite sure many of you may be able to relate to an emergency vehicle, whether it be a police or ambulance, racing down the street with its siren and lights flashing continuously as it continues on its journey until it gets to the destination. So it is, my brothers and sisters, are the words and the messages from my mouth, as I am persuaded, as I am guided by the Spirit of Yahusha. Pray and watch. It is my prayer that all my actions, all my words are reflective of an obedient servant to the Most High Father. Be encouraged, my brothers and sisters. We will be fitly joined together. Pray and watch. Pray some more. And behold the magnificent power and works that are soon to become more visible from the Spirit of Yahusha. Behold the plan of the Almighty Father Yahuwah unfold, and let us rejoice in knowing that soon, and very soon, we will come to a place of rest from wickedness and evil. Until next time, my brothers, my sisters, my family, do not succumb to unbelief and rebellion. Rise up and witness the phenomenal promise of the Almighty Yahuwah come to be. Until next time, my family, Let us be mindful and yield to righteous adjustments that are necessary for the gathering of Yashar'al as one, for the fulfillment of all that has been written. Pray and watch. It's coming. Until next time, shalom, shalom, shalom.